Good morning, Robin here from Gardening with Mama Bird. Today it's going to be a really hot day here in Northern California, so I got out here in the garden and started snipping some flowers and thought I'd build a bouquet and bring you along with me. So let's get started. I thought I'd get up this morning and mosey around my garden and cut some flowers to build a bouquet in a vase or maybe a couple vases. And the best time to do this is in the morning when their stems are filled with water and not stressed from the heat of the day. I do have an area in my garden, which you can see over around in here, that is for cut flowers. But I also wander around other parts of my garden to see what I might cut and try in a vase and see if it lasts in a vase and if I like it mixed with certain flowers. So first stop is going to be here, my little snapdragon bed, to cut some flowers. So with snapdragons, you want to make sure that you have part of it in bloom and then part that still need to bloom out for you. And I do notice that when you go around and you shake them, the stems are much sturdier when you have a little bit of open buds and still some to pop open for you. If the buds are not open or just a couple, the stem will still be kind of floppy on the bottom, and you don't want to do that. So you're going to go down the stem quite a distance and cut it. And then you're going to hold on to the plant and you're going to pull down and strip off all the leaves. It's super easy to do. You just have to be careful that you don't break the top of the stem. So if I look at these two, there's just a couple buds open, and I also know it's quite wobbly and the stem does not feel as firm. This one, there's a few more open and the stem is firmer. So I'm going to come down here lower. They're not going to be super tall bouquets, but you can cut down further. And I'm going to again take the leaves and strip them. Now these are bells of Ireland, and these, I've read that they can be challenging to grow from seed, but somehow I lucked out and these reseeded themselves from last year's crop. But I want you to see that on bells of Ireland, they have little thorns. Ouch. So you have to be really careful. Can you see those thorns in there? When you're picking these for bouquets or even trimming around them, and you can see deep inside, try to pull up close if you can see, there's the little seeds inside. So these, I may leave with the leaves. Sometimes I go through and after I pull off the bottom while I have gloves on, I will go through and snip some of the leaves if I don't want those leaves in there. So it all depends on the look you want and what do you want to have in your bouquet. So I'll get to trimming some of these, get some gloves on, and we'll have these as an option as well. Now over here in this area of the garden, I planted peonies a couple years ago. I have not had luck with getting blooms, but I thought, ooh, maybe I'll use the greenery in them. So I'm going to try that out. I'm going to cut some of the greenery and put that in a vase to have as an option. And then I'm going to come along here and I'm going to cut some Dusty Miller. I think I'm going to use this one. I don't know that I'm going to use this one. This was one I pulled out of the front yard and tried to get it to rejuvenate. And the leaves are still a little bit weepy on it, so I'm going to hold off on that one, I think. So this is a bouquet I built a few days ago, and they are all the flowers from my garden. I collected some hydrangeas, snapdragons that I grew from seed, bells of Ireland, which are super fun, a little bit of licorice plant, and some celosia is tucked down in there, and liatris. So I'm going to use some of the same flowers, but I did pick a few other things. So these are some other flowers or plants that I collected from the garden that I possibly will incorporate into the vase or the vase. And I just thought it would be a fun thing to do to incorporate some different colors. Okay, I brought out something short and something tall because I wasn't sure how I wanted to do this. Typically, I just like to play with the flowers and shuffle them around until I get an arrangement that I like. So let's see how this goes. Okay, the bouquet is done. I lost track of time while I was doing it and had to run out for an errand that I had an appointment. And I gave the flowers a chance to rest in the house. They all look pretty good. The ones that I thought got kind of droopy was the yarrow. So I don't know if there's a special way when you cut those to keep them from drooping, but I'm super happy with how it came out. And I'm amazed that all of this came from my own yard and it was all basically free. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching and spending time with me while I built a bouquet. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.